It's the Totally Awesome Trebuchet Awards, starring Trebuchet. On tonight's show, stand-up comic Jordon Shaver. Also, Grand Rapids Griffins comic book artist Rob O'Neill. And now, please welcome to the stage, Trebuchet! Yay!
Oh man, don't go up those stairs, you guys. There's a bong over there. Oh man. Welcome to the Totally Awesome Trebuchet Awards, everybody. This is a show where we talk about pop culture, and it's hosted by a white guy with dreadlocks. Let's get into it right now, you guys, if I can make it. A zoo in Egypt has painted some of their donkeys like zebras. Oh man, that just looks like ass, 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 ass. It does. Look at it. All right, get out of here. A nude man was caught working out at Planet Fitness, you guys. I thought that was a judgment-free zone. I knew I should have waited till next year to start my New Year's resolution. Damn it, man. Fucking judge me everywhere I go. It's a good-looking guy. Just saying. Swipe right on Tinder, everybody. To local news, in the original art prize, we were introduced to Nessie. There she is. A sculpture of the Loch Ness Monster. She's been living over on the west side of Grand Rapids protecting John Ball Zoo from hipsters. It's a very important job, very important. However, due to gentrification, Nessie is getting evicted. Oh, sad. Pour out your 40 for him. Know y'all are drinking 40 if you're watching the TATAs. But it's all is not lost, you guys. She has a new job as a park bench. A park? Really? A park? I'm being told that's true. It's a park bench. All right. What's next? Is Godzilla going to get turned into a pair of shoes? Oh, no. Is a unicorn going to get turned into glitter glue? No, I got it. Bigfoot is going to get turned into a coat for Melania Trump. But she doesn't really care, do you? Her words, not mine. So, to creepy dude bro news, a bartender in Georgia dished out some instant karma when some handsy frat boy decided to cross the good touch, bad touch line. Mustache, throw to the clip. All right, we got the lady here doing her job like good waitress. Fielski, oh, fuck that. Oh, get over here, bitch. Slam into the turnbuckle. Oh, man. Man, that guy fucking should have got the 3 count after that. Fuck that guy. She kicked his ass, 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 ass. It's my new favorite graphic, y'all. So I'd like to thank that waitress for making that dude bro the ass of that last joke. 3 claps for you. 1, 2, 3. Good job. So, we got a great show for you guys tonight. We got local comic Jordon Shaver in the house. Bah, 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 bah. And you know what, you guys? I hear he brought a special guest with him. Who could it be? I don't know. I guess you're going to have to stay tuned and find out. Also, we have author/artist of the official Grand Rapids Griffins comic book. Rob O'Neill is here, you guys. What? How do we do that? How do we fucking pull that off? I don't know. Like, this is the TATAs here. And you know what Rob O'Neill's doing here with us, guys? Do you know? What? He's giving you Trebuchites the first peek at the cover of the newest issue. Oh my God. The TATAs have it, showing you first, before anybody else, before the Tonight Show, before the Grand Rapids Griffins themselves, before Jesus Christ of Nazareth shows you, we're showing you right here on the TATAs. And that is an exclusive. Give me that exclusive graphic. Exclusive, exclusive, exclusive. It's got that exclusive smell to it, y'all, you guys. So if you're a fan of hockey, comic books, or cryptozoology, stay tuned, because we got way more show coming at you guys. Yeah. Welcome back to the Totally Awesome Trebuchet Awards, everybody. I'm here with my second guest, Jordon Shaver.
Great to be here.
How you doing?
Thanks for having me, Joe.
Yeah, good to see you. You are kind of like the NWO here. You don't roll alone, do you?
No, I roll deep.
Yeah. We got somebody else hanging out over here a little bit.
My boyfriend.
Iron Mike Bussler is over here. Look at that.
Hello.
We're using both chairs this episode, everybody. Big things popping over here.
Big things.
Glad to be here.
Yes, but you guys do comedy in the area here.
Absolutely.
Hell
Yeah.
Absolutely, my friend.
What's that like?
It's degrading.
Yeah, I understand that wholeheartedly, yes.
Yeah, we
Do some goofs from time to time.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes good, sometimes bad.
sometimes they're bad.
Well, how did you guys get started in that whole thing? Like, what was your first gig?
Tip Top.
Tip Top was your
Both
first
of
gig.
us.
Tip Top Tuesday
Really?
comedy.
Were the same?
Yeah.
Same
Oh,
day,
okay.
Yeah. We.
So this tag team partnership goes way back.
Well, yeah, it goes
like,
beyond.
Since day one. It's day one-ish.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Down since.
I moved to Grand Rapids and moved in with them, and then we started talking about doing comedy, and then we just went and did it,
Cool.
and now we do that.
Was there a particular comedy special that you guys watched and you were just all like, yeah, we're doing that?
There's a lot of podcasts.
A lot of
really.
podcasts.
Yeah.
We're
Of other comedians
taking in
talking.
way too much podcasts. I
Yeah.
think.
And they have all this advice that you think is crucial. I mean, I guess some of it is, but it's the ideas of like, this is how you do it. You sign up for these mics. You try to do it as much as possible. All that. Some of it, I guess, was probably overload, and then you're like nerves. You know,
Oh, yeah. It's
So we
too
went-
much information.
Yeah,
They're just in a ball
and then
in a corner.
we just went and watched for a while until people were like, "Why do you guys always just come here? What are you doing?"
You guys want something?
Yeah, exactly. They're like, we know that you're gonna do comedy eventually. Why don't you just sign up?
It's weird because now in like the podcast age, I feel like there's a lot of people walking around with like all this knowledge of like how the comedy scene works and
Yeah.
haven't even fucking done it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you're walking around like, oh, you know, I know I gotta do this, I gotta do this.
Yeah, this
But
is
it's like
the
you're
thing.
not even doing it.
Exactly. And then there's people who start comedy and don't know it. They're just
Yeah,
like,
for
have
sure.
no idea, just start
A
randomly.
lot of those.
But you guys have been fairly successful. I know you both hosted shows from time to time.
Oh
there.
yes.
So
Oh yes.
what's that like? What's the difference between that and just being on a show?
He's better at it than I am.
Oh.
very good
A
host.
little better at it, but
It's because he's got a nice jacket.
it's because of the
man.
jacket.
That is key.
You put it-
Passion is key, man. Like,
You get the look, you got the rest of it. It all falls in place.
oh yeah. Just ask Mark Henry, man. He puts on that like rose-colored jacket.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
You're like, I'm
exactly.
paying attention to what this Hall of
Exactly.
Famer is saying.
This Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I hosted Tip Top for about a year,
Yeah.
and then I quit because I punched a guy in the face.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah,
Yes.
Like what you
He
are
was playing the
referencing
Stone Cold
right
song at the
I
time.
was.
Oh,
It was a big deal. A lot of people were
That
mad
is
about it.
perfect.
It
I
was
love that. In
People
my
got mad
brain,
about
that's the way it went down.
Yes,
That's
that's
why I was
exactly
assuming
what
it.
happened. Of all the wrestling songs it could have played.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, now Kenzie hosts it.
Yeah.
Doing a good
Kenzie
job.
Straub.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm actually gonna be there this Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
So
Check it out.
Lower
We'll
your
be there.
standards this Tuesday, everybody, because I'm gonna just be the siege machine in the Grand Rapids area.
The siege machine.
Punchlines will be landing over there.
Exactly. You get all those jokes this Tuesday, everybody.
Exactly.
But one more comedy joke for you guys. I ask all my comedy friends this. What is your favorite Pauly Shore movie?
Oh, Son-in-Law.
Son-in-Law. Yes.
Son-in-Law, dude.
Crawl. Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm not a huge Pauly Shore fan.
Fuck you. Encino Man?
Yeah, I would say that's
Goofy
probably
movie?
Encino Man. Oh, actually, Goofy movies.
Yeah. Lean into Power and
Cheese.
Cheese. As soon as you said it, people are like, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that got me
People
into
don't know
extreme
they love
sports.
Pauly Shore, but they do.
Yeah,
Just here to
exactly.
bring that out of
I
this
forgot
shit.
that was in.
Everybody
But
does.
you guys are big WWE fans.
Absolutely.
Or is it just all pro wrestling? in
All
general?
pro wrestling, yeah.
That's cool. What's your favorite match?
My favorite match. Wow. Oh, that's tough. Probably one of those old TLC matches.
Yeah, with the tag teams?
Yeah, with Edge and Christian.
Christian,
and
Hardy Boys.
The-
I'm a big
Boys.
Hardy Boys fan.
I think the first one was good, but it was good with the Dudley Boys as well. They did crazier stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they seemed like they had something to prove in the first one, you know? It was,
For
and that
sure.
was also had not really been done.
That
Yeah.
tag team ladder match.
As
was
far as how
awesome.
extreme it was, yeah.
They
yeah.
definitely put the tag division on the map there. Like that was a golden age for tag team wrestling.
sure,
Like
dude.
now I consider the tag teams in WWE to be kind of
they're not so
lukewarm
great,
at
man.
best.
Not great,
Like
yeah.
we had a 12-year-old kid win the tag
Yeah,
team
yeah.
championship at
And it was
WrestleMania.
exciting. It was more exciting than the actual tag champs. And it was
Yeah.
like, isn't that bad that you wanted the kid to win, kind of?
Right.
So since you're a big Hardy Boys fan, how do you feel about like Woken Matt and Jeff Hardy right now? They're back.
I like,
but they're not together.
Right. I liked the broken mat thing in TNA.
Yeah.
You know, that was fucking great. But I feel like it's kind of watered down now.
Yeah, overdone. But that's pro wrestling a little bit.
Pro wrestling.
I've heard the best way I heard it explained is when Vince takes a gimmick from somewhere else, he just turns it down into one thing. And so the broken gimmick was a big thing with a lot of moving parts.
Right.
And now it's just he laughs weird.
Delete. Exactly. I can only do it once because otherwise they're gonna sue the shit out of me. And I don't want that.
The consumer of terrestrial entities.
So when did you guys start watching wrestling? Like, what drew you in? Was it for life or was it?
I started around the time Stone Cold started getting hot. I think I started initially, with WCW because I was into the NWO big time.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash, Scott Hall specifically.
Oh yeah, like the first Nitro I watched, it was Scott Hall jumping the rail.
Oh wow.
And he's all like, "You know who I am?" I'm like, "I don't know who you are. Like, what? Who's this guy? Take the mic from him." Like, I was this little kid. I'm so like, "This guy's a jerk." And then Hulk Hogan like turned on the Macho Man at Bash at the Beach, and I'm just like, what is going on? And then here we are, white guy with dreadlocks, watching wrestling, just the whole shebang.
It's explained by that.
Absolutely. That moment was when my life became Trebuchet. It was at that particular moment.
I was a huge WCW fan, and I really never got into WWF.
Yeah.
I was probably into WCW until the end of, like, you know, when it was just spiraling out of control.
Near the year 2000.
Exactly. So that's I probably stopped around 99, 2000.
Usually when the Insane Clown Posse and Vampiro are your main card guys,
that's not great.
You're going to get me to watch, but you're not going to get the general public to watch it, you know?
Even as a kid, I was like, I feel like there's too many guys in the NWO.
No, for real. There's like 45 limos, and it's like...
Who the fuck are they going to fight?
You gotta have somebody to fight.
There's no other...
Diamond Dallas Page, that's it. DDP.
They're all 40 of us are gonna whoop him every week until he joins.
Spray paint him, just his whole body.
Him, Karl Malone, any other NBA
Those three
stars?
guys in the LWO. Remember that?
Oh yeah, those guys are great. So, who is your favorite McMahon?
Ooh, Vince, dude.
Vince? Oh,
Vince.
I thought you guys were gonna say Ed. Oh man, you can get those jokes this Tuesday, everybody.
You got it. You got it.
You got it.
But one more wrestling-related question here, guys. Have you heard Elias's album? It just dropped this past week. I've listened to it 4 times already.
Pretty good.
Really?
I like the first 2 tracks. The last 2 tracks I don't care for.
Is it full band or like just acoustic?
It's mainly him playing acoustic guitar and singing.
It's pretty good though.
The first track is just him just like talking about cities he's been to and that he wants to punch people in the face after going there.
Yeah.
Pretty much what he does for every WWE event. So I love it. I ate it up.
And then after that's just actual original songs.
Yeah, and the song after that is, I think it's called like Elias's song, and it's just like a acoustic song about him doing stuff.
Song about drifting, man.
Yeah, pretty much. He is the drifter. He actually references that in it.
That's awesome.
So
I wish they still called him that.
I'm just saying it right now. Give him all the Grammys. Just do it. Do it. Just make 1 Grammy and give it to Elias. That's what I want.
And he is definitely not El Vagabondo.
No. Did you ever see that?
I did not.
Oh my God, it was so fun.
He got kicked out of NXT, and then he came back as El Vagabondo.
Oh, he had a mask on.
I saw when Bo Dallas did that because I'm catching up on NXT, and I'm at our Evolution, and I'm all like,
oh wow.
Why do they call it that? And I said it like 4 times. I'm like, oh,
Gotcha.
I get it. Funny.
That's from a while ago, though, isn't it?
Yeah. November 2014 is where I am.
Oh, wow.
Right now. Yeah.
So
I'm catching up,
It's
but
going
I'm
to start to get good then.
Yeah,
I never watched
Finn
that
Balor
part
just
of
made his debut, and like it's pretty gnarly.
Kevin Owens.
That's really cool.
That'll be cool, man.
He's coming up. They're teasing him right now where I'm at.
Nice.
But I hear they're just killing it right now. So I'm like most people like Netflix just binge watch things.
Yeah.
I'm binge watching my NXT right now.
Yeah,
So
I binge watch everything, dude. I've been binge watching fucking Dragon Ball Super.
Oh yeah? I've got a couple friends that are into that.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a lot like wrestling.
It is. You like it. It's like mostly like someone will come and they'll be like, "I'm stronger than you," and I don't really like you.
No.
And then all of a sudden a bunch of bright lights happen and a fight ensues.
But before we fight, let me tell you about how I'm stronger than you are.
I love that. That's gonna get me to start watching Dragon Ball.
And then sometimes in the middle of the fight, they'll do a little talking too. You're like, well, look, you're on the ground.
That's the best part.
I told you I was stronger than you. You're on the ground.
I'm not even using my final form yet.
Proof's in the
Just
pudding
wait.
right here.
You just wait.
So, you guys got any gigs coming up?
Anything like that?
I host a monthly show in Muskegon at Unruly Brewing downtown. The next one is at August 16th. Pat Sievert will be headlining.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. What?
Graphic right there.
Graphic.
Sprinkle something in here.
I am
Maybe
at.
some emojis.
I'm at Tip Top Tuesday Comedy.
Yes.
Every fucking week.
Every
Yes.
week.
I will see you there this Tuesday.
Yes, that's always a good one. At Unruly too. I don't know when this is airing, but I will be at Jackson Spring Lake on the 2nd of August. Nice little hotel there. They got a beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Then on the 18th, I will be in Saugatuck at Coral Gables.
Oh, nice. I've heard good things about that. I always hear about that on like LAV. I'm so like,
Yeah.
I've been up to Saugatuck,
Yeah,
but I've
yeah.
never actually seen the comedy club.
It's cool, definitely.
Have you done it before?
Yeah, in the summertime, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Like all those little summer towns seem to have
Yeah.
their show that happens. What South Haven has one. We just went and did
Yeah,
that.
the South
That
Haven
really
one was
fun.
awesome.
Black River Tavern.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
fun.
It's
Yep.
pretty cool.
Cool. So check these guys out, you guys.
Absolutely.
They're going to be all over the state of Michigan.
All
all
over.
over, just smothered.
Crushing it.
So, Iron Mike, you're wearing a video game shirt over here, man. Nintendo 64. I want to talk about that a little
Let's
bit.
do it.
Is that your favorite system right there?
It's probably my favorite system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say so. I mean, I'm not going to play one today, but as far as like,
Well, I don't know. I bet you if I just pulled out GoldenEye from a Nintendo 64, I bet you you'd grab that. And,
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
But no, what I mean is when I go home today, I'm probably going to play video games and it won't be Nintendo
Right.
64. But yes, I would say overall, it just brings you back to like the joy of being a kid. You remember like opening
nostalgia
up
and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
At Christmas, you open
The
up a new
box.
game. Oh my goodness, yeah.
Dude,
Oh yeah, they
I had every
Mario
wrestling game
Mario 64 for that
the
was
64.
awesome.
They had the best wrestling games.
They
No
did
Mercy.
WrestleMania 2000. Yeah.
2000, yeah.
Very
No
cool.
Mercy, I believe,
No
was
Mercy
down
was
there.
very
They even
cool.
had a couple WCW games on
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
WCW
Revenge.
versus
I had
the
that
NWO,
one.
was it?
World Tour and Revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That roster was huge for that
Yeah,
time.
it
that was
was,
awesome.
It
Those
was
were like the best games. I wish the wrestling games now were just like better graphics ports of like the way
Yeah,
those
like
played.
exact same thing. But yeah.
I would totally play the shit out of that
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I wasted at least a year of my life playing those things.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
just those
create a
particular
character. Yeah.
I'm excited for this game Fire Pro Wrestling World coming out for PS4. It's like this old series of wrestling games, but it's like really popular, and they're gonna have all the New Japan license. So like Kenny Omega's in it, Okada's in it.
The Bullet Club and all that.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool.
Is it just going to be independent wrestlers? Or are they going to have WWE guys in it too? Or is
It's got creator wrestlers, so like
So you can,
you can basically download every wrestler that's ever been made.
that's super fun.
And is it like not licensed? Like it'll be like
Right.
Brett
No,
Lesnar
it'll
or
be
something?
all like
Yeah.
Bulk Hogan, everybody.
They have like all the guys. I don't know how they get away with it.
Huh.
Like
That's interesting.
I was like looking through it. It was like everybody, man. You can just create anybody you want. But it's got like a lot of those fake wrestlers in it, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
But the New Japan license will make it cool.
Hell yeah. Well, all right, guys. I think we have reached the point where it's time for you to hand out this
Oh yeah.
Totally Awesome Trebuchet Award. The winner can come here and take this Totally Awesome Trebuchet Award, but you don't get the frame. If you take this frame, Mustache is going to come to your house dressed as Finn Balor,
Grease you up.
eating chocolate pudding just as loud as he can. You're not going to like that. You're not going to like that.
Demon Finn too.
Yes.
I am giving my Totally Awesome Trebuchet Award to Phil Collins of the band Genesis for doing that song "Take Me Home." It's like dunk, 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 dunk. I like that song.
It's a good song. I also get to give one away.
Go for it.
Oh.
This seems
Two
like-
at once. Why?
this
What
seems
the
like
hell?
it's- this seems
We'll
like
give
it's
out
against
4
the
this
rules.
episode. I don't care. It's revolutionary. Mustache is throwing a fit, but I don't care. Go ahead, Iron Mike.
I am giving this to Goku because he is the strongest in the world and the universe.
Hell yeah.
So there you go. So you guys can come here and take that Totally Awesome Trebuchet Award, but you don't get the frame. Otherwise, you're just going to get chocolate pudding all over the place. You don't want that.
You don't wanna get
You
pudding.
don't want that.
Goku
But,
ain't afraid of that shit. Okay, I'll tell
You
you. that
guys, can I ask you one favor before we go to break here real quick? Will you guys hang out and play some trivia with
Absolutely.
me
I would
Would
love to.
and producer Showtime?
Love
Ooh, I
games.
would love-
Mustache is
games.
going to ask us some questions, so stay tuned, everybody. We're coming right back. Welcome back to the Totally Awesome Trebuchet Awards, everybody.
We got Showtime over here, and apparently this mustache is going to host some trivia right now, so I'm going to hand it over to him, I guess.
Yeah, okay, guys. So you guys are big wrestling fans, all of us are. I wrote some wrestling trivia questions, so we're going to see who's the most knowledgeable. Trebuchet's buzzing in early, but I'm not going to give you -1 for that. But here's the deal. There's going to be 8 questions. You get 2 points if you get it right. You get -1 if you buzz in and you don't give me the right answer. And you can buzz in whatever you want. We all have our own buzzers. Joe has. Jordan, and then Mike, and then Chad's got a Donald Trump soundboard.
You're not a nice person.
All right.
We better get a local Emmy for this.
Yeah, come on, guys. Consider us. All right. First question. Announcer Michael Cole first announced out of a glass booth called the Coal Mine on Raw on March 14th of what year?
2005?
Incorrect. -1. I think Chad was first.
I know I was buzzing in for saying wrong.
Oh, okay. Well, Jordan, go ahead.
2006.
No.
2008.
2011. I'm just not going to let any more -1s happen here. We'll go 3
I didn't
So Chad's
answer.
winning. This is
Chad's
bullshit
winning
already.
by default. This is not answering.
Bitch.
Okay.
That's all right.
Second
Damn it,
question.
I'm already mad.
Don't
I'm already
speak
mad.
anymore.
It's not
Just
good.
use that to talk.
All right. Let me take this more seriously.
Second question is, who is the current NWA World Heavyweight Champion?
That's right.
Mike
Chad.
Aldis.
That is correct.
No, it's Nick Aldis.
Oh, you said
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's what
that
Michael
is
Aldis.
correct,
Fuck
yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Wrong.
no, yeah, Nick Aldis.
He
Nick
didn't
Aldis.
buzz in.
He did too.
Okay, I didn't hear it.
2 points. So Jordan is now winning with 1, and
Okay.
everyone else has -1.
Bitch.
Question 3.
Okay.
Speaking of the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, who holds the record for most reigns with that title, with 9 total?
Oh, it's got to be Ric Flair.
That's correct.
Well, you threw me with the 9, but I was like, wait, the WWE. Oh, that's
Yeah,
okay.
All right, the next 5 questions, the rest of the game here, unless we go to a tiebreaker, is just name the wrestler. So I'm just going to give you facts, 3 of them for each one. Feel free to buzz in whenever. Okay, here we go. Defeated Dean Malenko on June 9th, 1997 to win the U.S. Heavyweight Championship.
Chris Jericho.
-1.
That was good guess.
Chris Benoit.
Also -1. Defeated Razor Ramon at the 1995 Royal Rumble to win the Intercontinental Championship.
Shawn Michaels.
Wait,
You can only buzz in 1 time per. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. Co-founded Total Nonstop Action Wrestling.
Thank you, Daryl.
Jeff Jarrett.
There we go. Chad with the 2
good job,
points.
good job.
I was thinking Michael Cole, I'm sure.
So it's now 1 to 0 to 0 to -1.
Yeah.
We're all sitting in order right now. We got the caboose over here.
That's
Okay.
right. I'm the shit.
Next one. Was Nikki in the Spirit Squad?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I could see you buzzing in, but Chad.
Dolph Ziggler.
Exactly. Yeah, Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
I could see you.
Walk
your
off my own
phone-
goddamn show. We don't talk about that disaster piece on this
I
place.
had to choke you out to mention him last week.
The other facts were won the World Heavyweight Money in the Bank contract.
Can he just
2012,
relinquish that goddamn thing
And
already?
currently the Intercontinental Champion.
Dolph Ziggler is.
He's just gonna walk away like he always does.
All right, next one.
All right.
First WWE Diva to win a championship in her debut match. I think it was Bussler.
Sable.
Incorrect. Joe.
Gil Kim.
Gail Kim's correct.
Oh.
I wasn't gonna say that.
All right.
All right. I got 1.
Now
I got 1.
It's now 3 for Chad, -1 for Bussler, 0 for Jordan, and 1 for Trebuchet.
1. We all got different
boy.
numbers. Good job, guys. Proud of us.
How many
Okay.
questions are left?
2 more.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Began a feud with the Boogeyman after the 2007 Royal Rumble. Defeated Bobby Lashley in July 2006 to win the U.S. Championship. Had an on-screen son named Hornswoggle.
Look at those numbers.
I think that was
Finley.
Correct.
I thought that was Vince McMahon's kid.
Yeah.
No, it came out that he was actually
It was
Finley's
Finley's
kid.
kid. Yeah, that was the
Okay,
gimmick.
okay.
Is that
Okay.
he thought he was a son.
I don't know if anyone
It's
else can win
Finley,
this.
and I love to fight.
I'm going to say SmackDown was on the CW at that time. That's probably why I don't remember it so well.
That's probably why, yeah. All right, we'll do one more. I don't even think it matters. I think Chad already won this, but founding member of the Los Ingobernables.
La Sombra, aka what the hell's his name? Andrade Cien Almas?
Yes, correct.
Oh, nice.
Boom.
That
Other
was
one was
he put
currently
on a good
wrestling
match
at
this
SmackDown, and the other fact was became 12th ever NXT Championship by winning at War Games.
Nice.
So the final scores: Bussler, Mike Bussler with -1,
Yeah.
honorable. Trebuchet with 1.
Woo!
Jordan with 2, and our champion Chad Showtime Schultz with 5.
Yeah. The fix was in. He was using the Trump button the whole time.
Trump, yeah. The Russians hacked this man.
They did. Yeah. I'm happy to have won. The Russians did hack this, and Donald Trump sucks. Thank you. Good night.
We'll be back with more Totally Awesome Trebuchet Awards. Everybody, come on back. Welcome back to the Totally Awesome Trebuchet Awards, everybody. I am here with local artist Rob O'Neill. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
How
for
you
having me.
doing?
Doing really well. I just got the go-ahead, the green light from the Grand Rapids Griffins to do a 3rd comic book.
Yes, he is a comic book artist. For those of you that don't know at home, he does
Man.
awesome work. You've had 2 issues out so far.
It's an annual event. It's gone very well. It's something that they give away normally either on Superhero Night or on the matinee, where the kids come in at 11 o'clock in the morning. You know, all the school buses are dropping kids off, and they get a comic book when they come in. So they get a day off from school. They get to see a hockey game and get a free comic book on the way out.
All right.
So yeah, it's a
Field
big
trip days, big day for the kids and everything.
Yeah, and it's awesome. It's gone over really well, and it'll be officially a trilogy now.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
That's like right up there with Star Wars.
yeah,
Like,
I'm hoping that it'll be an annual event, and someday, you know, I can come back and talk about issue number 9.
we'd be happy to have you. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
congratulations with all that.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you got your stuff on the internet there, Rob? You have
I
a
do.
website we can
It's robthebadger.com.
put that up right there. Graphic.
And on there's, I've got so many projects. I'm the creator of Captain Obvious. I've got the copyright for that.
Oh, that's cool.
I can send you some of the stuff with the links on that. I've got Blue Line Comics, the stuff I do for the Griffins, tons of print art. I'm active in the Comic Cons and like I was a featured guest at the Festival of the Arts. So I've got my prints and my posters along with the comic books. So when people stop by and they see me, they can get an autographed poster or whatnot and hang it up in there. And it's all just, there are a lot of artists out there. I don't want to be the 50th guy drawing Harley Quinn.
Right.
So I do a lot of kind of obscure, more leaning toward the humorous side, featuring characters like Deadpool and the Black Knight from Monty Python. And
Oh, nice. Got no arms left.
no, and it's one of my prints, and I'll send it to you, is the Black Knight and Deadpool, and they're both missing their limbs.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And at the same time, they're saying, we'll call it a draw.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
The tagline from the end. So, and it's just, I like to keep things light and silly. I've got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters using a big cup of hot cocoa as a hot tub, and he's just relaxing.
It's really creative, and really, you get
just-
to use your imagination and everything. That's awesome.
I've got Hellboy on a treadmill, and it says "Exercise your demons."
It's a pun.
Yeah.
Heyo.
And so if there's like a Comic-Con and you've got Artist Alley and everybody's doing these dark, brooding superhero, blah, 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 and you walk by and I've got Velma riding on Unikitty with Starbucks coffee, explosions going everywhere.
It's comic relief. It's awesome.
It stands out.
Yeah.
Like our mutual friend Roger, he does all the horror stuff, and he's the only guy doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody will walk by and go, Batman, Harley Quinn, Deadpool. Oh wow, that's a really cool print of Frankenstein or
Freddy
whatever.
Krueger, like.
Right, and he's the only guy doing it. So you want to stand out. You
Exactly. Be unique. Be yourself.
Yeah, it's just noise in the background, or stand out.
Yeah. So how did you get started doing comics and everything? Were you a collector as a youth, or?
When I was young, I fell in. I didn't like to read at all.
No.
I was stuck in front of the TV. I was like 7 or 8 years old.
I was a bit of a couch potato too. I can relate.
And my mom was like, no. So somebody suggested to her, well, he's a boy, and so maybe he might like comic books. So she went and got me a couple of Spider-Man comic books from, this is back in the days when grocery stores would sell comic books.
Yeah, that was not a thing when I was growing up, really.
So, and that disappeared pretty quickly. And so she grabbed a couple of Spider-Man comic books, brought them home, and I was hooked. You know, it was the classic storylines where he's battling the Green Goblin and Mysterio and stuff like that.
Oh, the old school stuff. Oh, yeah, I love it.
So I couldn't get enough. And then it became, my mom would go to yard sales and stuff like that, and just, if somebody was selling a box of comic books for a dime a piece or whatever. When I got old enough to start doing, like, you know, mowing lawns and stuff like that, all my, you know, I'd get $10 to mow a couple of lawns or whatever and just go to the comic book store.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
And once I realized people are drawing these, they don't just magically happen. Somebody sits down at a desk and is drawing these pictures. I wanted to do that too. So I was constantly doodling. I was getting in trouble 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. Just, you know, I could sleepwalk through most of my classes. You know, it might take me 5 minutes to do a test, and I would spend an hour, you know,
just
doodling
drawing
on all over the place.
Cool.
And when I would get gifts, the other side of the wrapping paper, I would draw on that. There was not enough paper in the house to keep me busy.
That's so fun.
So now you're in middle school, now you're in high school, and you're getting art classes. I took as many electives as I could and whatnot. So I started doing my own comic book series and comic strip series called The Blue Line, and I was putting those out online when the internet, you know, made it possible.
Yeah.
The Grand Rapids Griffins had some things, and they saw that, hey, these are hockey-themed cartoons, and he lives in our area. They reached out to me and said, we're looking for somebody who can draw a lunchbox for us, and we want our captain to be Superman, because he wears glasses and has a spit curl, and he was on a local news show, and somebody pointed out, you kind of look like Clark Kent.
He's just very, like, superhero-esque. Yes.
So I have the comic
Captain,
book.
our Captain.
So I have him on the front of the lunchbox pulling open his suit, and it says Superman. It's the Griffins logo.
Yeah.
And then I've got a picture of him on the back where he's flying, and then they had just won the Calder Cup in 2013.
Big deal. Woo! Love that.
He's hoisting the cup, so it was 4 different panels. And when they asked me to do it, I thought it was going to be a bunch of stickers that they would put on a plastic lunchbox and hand them out. You know, keep costs low. They're metal and they're painted. They're amazing. And Yahoo Sports said it was the best giveaway that they had ever seen.
Oh, wow.
And I got to do the artwork for it.
That's so awesome.
So just, you know, and then it turned into, the lunchbox was a huge success. We actually got like press from outside of our community about how great they were.
Oh, yeah.
We're thinking about doing a comic book. And I'm like, great. So they asked a few artists, submit something, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to be competing against professionals.
Right.
So I turned my stuff in, and based on the success of some of the other stuff I had done, they said, you're our guy. I'm like, great. All right, tell me what you want. And they said, we don't know.
Oh, really? So they just gave you like a clean slate to just do pretty much?
Whatever I wanted to do. And the funny thing was, they had one preconceived notion. They're like, the team's going to win the big game. And I went, no, that's a bad idea. And they're like, well, why is this a bad idea? It's like, you can't use your real players in the comic book. One, it immediately ages it. I was like,
that's a good point. Yeah, they're not even on the team anymore.
They're not on the team anymore. This guy got called up. This guy retired. This guy got traded.
Yeah.
This guy was kind of a journeyman, and you know, all of that stuff is awful.
Right.
And it's like, are you going to talk to the Players Association and start dealing with
likeness
likenesses?
issues? Yeah, I've got video games that they don't make anymore because of likeness issues.
Yeah.
Like that's
or they turn them into generic. It's like, this guy is number 99. He's not Gretzky.
Yeah.
How do you? Yeah, because we're not going to pay him for his likeness, but we'll use his number.
We're going to heavily imply it. You know?
Right.
Yeah, and you just. So what did you end up doing if you couldn't use the actual players?
You've had the same mascot since day one.
True.
That's the only consistent. You haven't had a player for 20 years, but you've had the mascot for 20 years.
Yeah, Griff's been there forever.
Let's make Griff the star of the show. And then, so I'm drawing these pictures, and I'm like, okay, do you want this style? Do you want this style? And then it dawned on me that the mascot doesn't speak. Mascots never talk. So how do I have him as the star of the show if he has no dialogue?
Right.
So I created a cast of characters to go with them. I have 2 hockey players. They're, Logan is kind of the leading man, the straight setup guy, and then Murray's kind of the hipster fun guy.
Okay.
He's got a Bluetooth, skinny jeans, rides a Segway.
Cool.
He's that guy.
Oh, yeah, he's just the everyman, you know.
He's the backup goaltender. He's the fun guy. guy.
Yeah.
And then a couple of kids to keep the kids interested, like middle school aged kids. And now it's kind of like a Scooby adventure. You got
super
4
fun.
characters.
Yes.
And 1 lovable mascot that doesn't have any dialogue. Like Scooby says the occasional rut-row or, but very
He's
little
got the
dialogue.
Scooby-Doo, but that's about it, you know?
So Griff is the star of the show, but everybody else drives the dialogue. And I keep everything local. Like in the first comic book, we have Helen DeVos Children's Hospital in it. The second one, we've got Griff's Ice House, we've got Rosa Parks Circle, the Waldron building that has the gargoyles on it and the eyes shine at night.
Yeah.
They have that in the comic book too.
It's a great setting for a story to take place, you know.
So when the kids leave the arena, they can go, that's George the Gargoyle.
Just feel like,
he's right there.
oh man.
Yeah. So it's like the comic book come to life kind of thing.
Ma, can we go to the Griffins? Like, you know what I mean? That's awesome.
They
like,
have the Winterfest at Rosa Parks Circle. That's featured in the comic book. So the kids can actually go to it, and it's also in the comic book. And I put Easter eggs all over the place. I've got like Velma and Waldo from Where's Waldo in the comics.
That's awesome.
And
like I can never find them. Like,
yeah, and this one he's not that well hidden.
Oh, okay.
And the
I'll
striped
see if I
shirt
can find
stands
them
out.
later.
But again, it's like a Scooby-Doo adventure. And if I'm creating stuff for middle school aged kids, there's no real violence. There's a lot of running around. There's some jokes. I actually feature Drew and Jim from the Big Drew and Jim show that's on 96.1.
Okay.
They have a panel in it. There's some dad jokes in it. There's like the only thing that you could call even remotely violent in it is the criminally insane unicorn, who's the bad guy in the first one, gets taken out by a stale donut.
Okay, well, be careful.
Yeah.
We don't want nobody hitting nobody with no stale donuts out there.
And in the second issue, the gargoyle is trying to approach a child and say, you know, hey kid, I could be a mascot too, and gets tased by an overprotective mom.
That's right. It's comical, but still, It's,
again, but there's no machine guns or flamethrowers or anything like that. So I try and keep it like
it's not graphic, like.
No, more like a Pokemon adventure.
Yeah, it's fun. It's it's something for the whole family can enjoy. You know, there's a little something for everybody.
I don't want anything in there that that a parent's going to complain about. And so far, knock on wood, nobody's complained about anything in the comic books. It's all been incredibly positive. And with the success of the first issue, they actually let me do a Sunday Funnies type comic strip that's in the back of the graffiti magazines.
Yeah.
So they do 4 of those a year, and I get the very last page of each one.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, and the jokes are like, you know, set up, punchline. Like, Moxie is the name of the teenage or preteen girl of the group. She's running through the concourse, swinging keys over her head, and Daryl, or we call him Dare, is like, hey, where are you going in such a hurry? She goes, driving lessons. And he's like, but you're not 15. She goes, that's only for cars. And then the final panel is Griff and her. She's getting a Zamboni driving. So it's a fun kid thing. And who wouldn't want to learn how to drive a Zamboni?
I would love to. I want to learn how to do that right now. If you told me that we got a Zamboni outside, I'd be like, let's go. We are on our way.
I have never had the steering wheel.
Never? Okay.
Yeah, that's like a bucket list thing.
All right. Well, if you know of how we can get to drive a Zamboni, tweet at Trebuchet LOL. You can put that up right there. Help us out. I really want to do that. Sounds like a lot of fun.
If they make Make-A-Wish Foundation things for healthy adults,
yes.
That's on my
Hit us
list.
up. Hit us up, please. So I got a couple of trivia questions here that producer Mustache in there wrote up, and we'd like to know if you would be game to play our little trivia game here.
I will give it a shot.
We'll give it a shot. Mustache, if these are too hard, we're gonna give you a swirly later. All right. What former Griffin was the first to win an Olympic medal?
Oh wow. Carol Rachunik?
No, Nicholas Kronwall.
Oh, Kronwall with the Swedes. Yeah.
Okay. Mustache, we're 0 for 1. I'm watching you. All right, number 2. Why is the On-Center War Memorial Arena notable with the Griffins organization?
Is that the one in Syracuse? Is that the one where Slapshot was filmed?
It is where the Griffins won the first Calder Cup. So I believe that's the Syracuse one.
That's where they.
Point. I'll give them a point for that. All right.
Yeah, it's also the trivia thing for their war memorial. It was where several of the scenes of Slapshot was filmed.
I love that movie. The Hanson brothers.
Yeah, the whole thing. And it's. I even forgive the sequels.
Oh, really?
There's they're an hour and a half long, but there's a good 30 minutes in each of them.
There's enough jokes in there to keep me entertained for a while.
But the first one, beginning to end, just solid.
Oh,
movie.
the hits keep on coming. Yep, it's great. It's great.
Amazing.
I highly recommend it.
Not for the kids.
Yes. No. All right. Final question. Kyle Rogers is the only Griffins player to play college hockey at what school?
Harvard.
No, sorry, North Dakota.
Oh.
Mustache. Oh.
I as you can tell, I don't do your trivia night.
No, that's fair. I don't do good at it either. Yeah, I go to Fulton Street Pub every Tuesday night. Producer Mustache hosts some trivia over there. But all right, on a more lighter note, we're gonna have you, Rob, hand out this Totally Awesome Trebuchet Award, and you can hand this out to anybody in the world, and they can come here and they can take this Totally Awesome Trebuchet Award, but you do not get the frame. If you take the frame, Producer Mustache is going to come to your house and ask you trivia questions until you give it back, and they're going to be really, really hard.
All right. Do I tell you who I'm giving it to?
Yeah, you go ahead and say it right into that camera right there. And
all right. I'm going to give this Totally Awesome Trebuchet Award to Brittany Stickler.
Oh, yeah.
She works with underprivileged second graders and puts her heart and soul into it. Just a solid human being, top to bottom.
Awesome.
Yep. She invites me in to teach her kids. I've done an art class with her for the last year, every couple of months, and the work that she does, you can't put a value on it. It's priceless.
No, she's probably the most deserving recipient of the Totally Awesome Trebuchet Awards, and we gave one of those to Oprah last show. So
and this trumps that.
Yes,
so
it does.
The work that she does is just phenomenal for those kids.
Brittany, you can come here. You can claim this Totally Awesome Trebuchet Award, but you do not get to keep the frame. Sorry. Maybe we'll pick up a nice one for you. Mustache will have to do it. He doesn't want to just throw a bunch of trivia questions at you. And come on back, you guys, for more Totally Awesome Trebuchet Awards. Welcome back to the Totally Awesome Trebuchet Awards, everybody. Give it up for your comedian of the evening, Mr. Jordon Shaver.
Thank you, Trebuchet. Totally Awesome Trebuchet Awards. Great to be here. Guys, my name's Jord. First thing I'm going to tell you is I love roller coasters, right? I love them. I've probably been to Cedar Point more times than I see my parents show each other affection. I mean, shit, I've been to Cedar Point. One time. Just that one time, I guess. You know, they say there's a fine line between genius and insanity. You guys heard this? Anybody who's ever done cocaine will tell you it's going to take a pretty thick line to really lose grip. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're talking about meth. I don't know. I do know there's people in this world that are going to tell you shouldn't take drugs, right? They tell you that. Don't take drugs. I don't listen to them. I figure if God didn't want me to huff air duster, he wouldn't have made my brain so dusty. So, you guys, I found out recently that my cousin that I haven't seen since I was a kid is transgender now. So you can imagine my excitement. I was really excited for him. But I was even more excited when I realized that's one less person I got to split my grandma's inheritance with. Now I just got to tell her my brother's dating a Muslim. I don't think they're dating yet, but I've been catfishing his ass, and I think he likes her. Oh, you guys. I'm a big pro wrestling fan. I got my Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt on today. Yeah. Big pro wrestling fan. A lot of people are saying we're currently in the greatest era of all time for women's wrestling, but I don't know, man. I tried to jerk off watching a ladies match the other day. By the end, I was just zoned out holding my limp dick. Like, what the fuck is going on here? What are they doing? Man, that's never happened to me with a men's match. They are objectively better. Guys, I didn't like it when Outkast told us all to shake it like a Polaroid picture. Remember that? Outkast? Didn't like that, man. Thought that was bad advice. Because Polaroids are like babies. You know, you're going to want to shake them. Sure, you're going to want to shake them, but you shouldn't if you want them to develop correctly. So I was watching the movie Aliens the other day. Remember that? Aliens, the plural, the sequel, you know? I was so ready to call it a better movie than Alien, singular, and then something fucked up happened, made me rethink my whole stance. There's this scene where Ripley, you know, the main woman, Sigourney Weaver, she's carrying this little girl, right? She's trying to rescue her from this place because it's just filthy with aliens. The place is dripping with aliens, right? And she's carrying the little girl, realizes she's surrounded by these huge alien eggs, right? And the camera pans up, and for the first time, we see a mother alien, right? Like a queen alien. She's huge. And even for the 80s special effects, she's pretty menacing, you know? She's like hulking and snarling beast, you know? And, Sigourney Weaver pulls off this incredible scene with no dialogue at all, acting with this semi-sophisticated Muppet, right? And there's real emotions behind it. Like you can feel the emotion. It's heavy, you know. Like they both realize that they're just trying to protect their young, right? That's the big realization. And then Ripley shoots her flamethrower in the air, points it at the eggs to demonstrate what it does, you know, show her she means business. And the mother alien's like, all right, don't kill my babies. Calls the other aliens off. They all back up. They allow Ripley and this little girl to pass. And I'm like higher than hell watching this. I'm like, God damn, dude, that's beautiful. Can you imagine having this moment with this creature from another world? Couldn't be more different from a human being, right? Reaching this understanding without words at all. And before I can even finish the thought, Ripley just starts torching all the eggs. Just torching them. And there's fire everywhere, and the eggs are exploding. She's shooting a machine gun. And I'm like, what the fuck am I watching, dude? When did this turn into some anti-alien propaganda film? You know, I'm more of a District 9 guy. I don't support this shit. We can just segregate them, put them in their little ghettos. We don't got to murder their babies, right? That's just sick. Fuck James Cameron, man. That movie's a celebration of xenophobia. I don't stand for that. Totally Awesome Trebuchet Awards doesn't stand for that. Anyways, Little Green Lives Matter, you guys. My name's Jord. Thanks.
Keep it going for Jordon Shaver, everybody. Doing some stand-up for you. But hold on. You guys, we got a couple of things we got to do. We're going to bring Chad Showtime Schultz up here right now. Go ahead and grab the Tata out of there. We got to give one away real quick. And then you guys, we have the reveal for the newest issue, the cover of the Grand Rapids Griffin comic book. That's coming up very shortly. Just hold on to your hats. Like, we're building suspense right here. You're going to want to just, like, hold on, strap in, have a good time. We got it going here, Showtime. All right, this is revolutionary, you guys. We're giving out the 4th Tata on this particular episode of the Totally Awesome Trebuchet Awards. The person who wins this can come here and take that Totally Awesome Trebuchet Award, but you do not get that frame. If you take that frame, Mustache is going to come to your house wearing a bucket of chicken on his head, and then the rest of it's just going to be sprawled out all over him, and he's going to be like, give me that frame back. So you don't want that. Go ahead, Showtime.
I got to give this out by winning the wrestling trivia conversation, so it only seems appropriate that I give it to the returning leader of the Yes Movement, Daniel Bryan. Yes! 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 Yes. Yeah.
Cool. So Daniel Bryan, you can come here and you take that Totally Awesome Trebuchet Award, but he's not going to like the chicken. He's a vegan, I think. So, all right, you guys. Are you ready for this? Take this from me, Chad. This is a big deal. Get this out of here. All right, I don't want it. We're going to show you the cover for the Grand Rapids Griffin comic book in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is, you guys. I am Trebuchet out.